So, so you get more to stake it to place it in there, to put it in there, than to borrow it.
This bag ain't never going out of style. This bag ain't never going out of style. Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada might have got a while, but this bag ain't never going out of style.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Cassius Cuvée here with DJ Lex on the show Poppin' Crypto, where you check your prejudice at the door because this ain't your average crypto show. But we got a special guest all the way here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, my man Joe, the People's Baron. But I'm about to spit something for you one time and let you know what this episode's about to be about. DJ Lex, drop that beat one time. Yo, turn the beat a little bit more on my headphones. Feel it. Yo, check it. Here we go. Check. It's me and the People's Baron. We keeping the people staring. You better pay attention and peep the secrets we sharing. The price goes up and down short term. Ain't even caring if you with me in the bucket, you with me in the McLaren. I told my man drop some games, so I gave him some. It's looking like Algorand is still your favorite layer one. I seen the future and what they become. This bull market ain't over till the moment that I say it's done. Just playing, not the cocky type, because crypto is a hockey fight. I hope that Jay-Z don't try to block me for the copyright. I'm just trying to spread some knowledge to my folks, man, and bringing home the game from Pittsburgh to Oakland. What's poppin', Joe? People's Baron, great to have you on, man.
On? I liked it, man. I like it. That's good stuff.
Like that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a very special guest today, man. We're going to discuss some crypto and what we're going to talk about one time when we get on Yieldly here on Tuesday. We're going to have Sebastian on, and me and you will go back and forth asking him some questions about the Yieldly their platform. But what's popping with you, man? What's new in the crypto game?
Nothing. Just starting to experiment with Algofi a little bit.
What's Algofi?
And Algofi is a lending platform. That is a lending platform based on Algorand that in which you can post collateral. You can post Algorand as collateral, and then you can borrow other tokens. You can borrow Algorand. You can borrow stable coins. They have their own native stable coin called Stable.
It's called Stable, huh?
Yeah. USDC. You can post all that or borrow it. And then they have a couple of wrapped Go BTC and Go ETH on the platform as well. And those are wrapped Ethereum and wrapped Bitcoin that you can use on the Algorand blockchain.
What kind of rate?
So, to post the collateral, if it's Algorand, it's about 2.5%. To borrow Stable, it's about 2%. USDC is like 3.5%. I want to say the rates are variable, but they've stayed around in that range. So go check that site. You know, it could have changed in the 5 minutes that I looked at it to now. But
what is the site exactly?
Algofi.
.com or something.
If you just type in Algofi, you'll find it.
And so, no, those rates you said, now those are the rates we get if we stake it with them, like we lend it, or those?
It's not staking. It's posted as collateral. There are rates that you get if you post the collateral, and then rates you have to pay if you borrow, right? Just like any other loan, like you pay a rate. The interface is pretty slick. Like it's a lot like Yieldly in a way where everything's really well laid out. Do you know what I mean? So when you go on there and you pick any of those guys, any of the coins that you want to post as collateral, you click on it. There's a little part that says borrow. It shows you how much to collateralize because it's not 100%, right? There's a little bit of haircut because crypto is volatile. It'll tell you how much lending power you have. And then you kind of go from there. You kind of create. And from there, you can do literally anything you want with that, right? Like nobody's asking any questions. As long as you stay within your margins and borrow within your limits, you're good. So I played with that a little bit. I took a little bit. I posted some Yieldly, borrowed some stable coin.
How much?
I posted some Algorand. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I posted some Algorand, borrowed some Stable, and then I created a little, or I added to the liquidity pool for Stable and Yieldly.
What's the rate before if you're borrowing though? What was the rate?
The rate to borrow the Stable was 2%.
Okay, and if I put it on the platform I always call everything staking, but to lend it, obviously they're paying you less than 2%, right?
No, to stake the Algorand is 2.5%.
So, so you get more to stake it to place it in there, put it in there than to borrow it. So if I
so that's the experiment part. I want to make sure all that stuff works.
Okay.
So you take a couple $100 and do it. That way you can kind of see how it works enough that it'll generate a couple of bucks that if you see it at the end of a week and like, oh, okay, that's how this works. That's Stable's the only one that's below that rate. Stable's at 2%. The other ones are like USDC, I want to say is at 3.5. The last I looked. Wrapped Bitcoin might be at 5 or Ethereum might be at 5.
So this just rolled out. What this is brand new, right? This
Friday
is
rolled out.
Just rolled out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, man,
So
let's get into one more thing before we just have a quick one real quick. But we're going to be interviewing Sebastian from Yieldly.
Yeah.
So let's just go over some of the questions. Me and you are going to both interview him. You're going to be my guest host. Yeah. And we wrote up the questions. I got 10 questions for him. Well, let's go over what's some of your most interesting questions. We don't got to go over every question, but just so the people watching this know what they're in store for.
Okay. The one question I'm kind of interested in, I think we all might be interested in, is what's the process like for an Algorand standard asset, an ASA, to get on the Yieldly platform?
Right.
And then how does it work going from, initially everything goes from Yieldly, you stake Yieldly and you earn that token. Yeah. And then a couple weeks later, you earn that, you can stake that token and get more of that token. And I think the one thing we'd all be interested in.
When you stake on Yieldly, you get really high interest rates, like sometimes 40, 50, 60, 80%. So you definitely want to tune in, check out that Yieldly platform because it's real high earning. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about with Sebastian as well, as how are they able to provide such high percentages?
Yeah, for sure. But I think that we would all like to know, because as Yieldly matures, we're going to have a say-so in that, potentially on what comes next to the Yieldly platform. So and I'd like to know. Yeah.
And that brings us to the governance token. That's one thing for sure I'm going to ask him about, is how the governance token works at Decipher. And one of the the events afterwards they were talking about it too. So we're going to get him to break it down for us. I also want to ask him some of the dates and the timeline. So if you're looking for the timeline of when Yieldly is going to be rolling out everything on their roadmap, the actual dates for the compounding, staking, and all of that, that's one of the questions we're going to ask Sebastian.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great information to get.
All right. Well, this was just a quick one, man. It's great having you on. So if anyone's out there is looking for Algofi and wondering how they can borrow or lend, can earn some rewards, or also borrow more against their crypto, this is the episode for you. All right. Thanks for having me on, Joe. People's Baron. We're going to highlight
no problem,
man. I'll talk to you in a couple of days. We're going to have you on here with Sebastian.
Cool.
And make sure you like, subscribe, follow your boy Cassius Cuvée, the People's Baron, on all social media platforms. But subscribe to this YouTube channel, click like, and share with your homeboys. You missed a good one if you wasn't there. Taking over the game, man. NFTs, all that. That's how we get it, man. Artists taking it back for ourselves.